Hey everyone, it's Wowous. We're here today with XCom Chimera Squad. This is the new XCOM game that came out last week, and it came out at a $10 price point. And I'm a pretty big XCOM fan, so I decided to pick it up. I have not played it at all yet. I just set up some settings, so we'll take a quick look at the game. But this is going to be essentially a blind playthrough, and if you like this type of content, definitely let me know. I've not done XCOM on my channel before, but I figured this would be a good one to play through. So, you know, in terms of the settings, really quickly, you can see here you have the option of doing a bunch of different video. You can do windowed, you can do a borderless windowed, pretty good resolution, you know, tons of obviously options here. So yeah, and you can change the key bindings if you want, just in case you're curious about that. So we're going to start the game and jump right in. I'm going to play it on expert because I've played quite a bit of XCOM before. And we're definitely going to play Ironman mode because I feel like that's really the way to play XCOM. Everything else I think we'll just leave the same. Maybe we'll do the show subtitles because I have the volume down a little bit for the game. And we'll just kind of see how this goes to start off. XCOM, if you haven't played, is a turn-based strategy game.
Just like the old days,
I've heard that this XCOM is a little bit different in terms of how the turns work and everything. It's not as, you know, usually the game is your turn and then the enemy's turn. But I've heard that this XCOM is like more by unit. So we'll see. I watched just a quick video or two about it before I bought it, just to see like what the reviews were. The reviews overall were pretty good. It seems like it's got about, you know, it's like a 7 to 8 out of 10 for most places, which for me, for $10, you know, if I can get 20 hours out of a game for $10, that's worth it to me. So we'll see how it goes. I'll be honest, I'm not that particularly interested in the actual story of XCOM. You know, essentially the XCOM story is basically that aliens come, and in the first one, or at least in the first new one for the Xbox, it was, you know, they show up, they, you know, essentially the world has to combine to fight them. The second one, you've essentially lost the war, and then you're like this little band of folks, that's XCOM 2, trying to like retake the Earth. So we'll see how this one is. So this is like, I think, a tutorial level.
A handful of hostiles, unaware of your approach.
Chimera Squad, take positions. Prep for breach.
All right. Breach mode. So this is new. So Chimera Squad begins every mission by some breach points to get the jump on enemies. So it's kind of like the old Rainbow Six. Preview the enemy presence at each breach point, and the modifiers will be applied, and then assign agents to the available spots to determine the order they'll enter the fight. So it's sort of deciding like what order to stack everyone when they go in. So let's see. We've got Cherub, Godmother, and Terminal. So Cherub has a shield, so that seems like he'd be a good person to go in first. Godmother, looks like she has a shotgun. Doesn't really tell you much about these folks. Terminal. She looks like kind of like a support hero. That's what the support heroes had in XCOM 2, was these little drones. Yeah, alright, we'll do it this way. So cycle through the available targets with tab and left shift, then use the selected ability. Alert, surprised, surprise. So I guess we'll take out the alert guy first. There we go. Surprise enemies receive a defense penalty. So obviously you want to try to attack those folks first. It's pretty easy. And then shoot him. And then this is sort of the classical isometric view from XCOM.
Welcome to City 31's Memorial Museum.
It's just a recording.
As I often say, the lessons from our past inform the present.
Blah, blah, blah. History.
The art design is really interesting. It's like very different than the other XCOM games, which was like try to be, I think, more realistic. But actually, this looks the same. It's just like these characters look more artsy than the original. So turns are moving. Agents and enemies take turns one at a time. So this is how it's a little bit different than the old XCOM 1 and 2 for Xbox or PC. Their current place, the tournament can be seen the flag above their head. Agents have 2 action points in their turn, so that's pretty much how XCOM was before. You know, you get basically 2 actions per turn. Look for a blue shield to move into cover for defensive bonuses. Yeah, we know that. Turns to moving, so move into cover. So the way XCOM works, if you haven't played, is these, you know, you can essentially move. So this blue outline here is where you can move with 1 action point. You can actually move further if you want to use both your action points, but then like you can't do anything. So you can essentially move here and shoot, or you can, you know, you can shoot, but once you shoot, your turn is done, at least in the original XCOM. You can see here these shields. So the full shield means that you're basically protected. So essentially, like if you're behind a wall and someone's shooting at it from this way, right, they're not gonna be able to hit you. But this just means that you're like behind it. So it means that you're only like partially covered. So this support character is going first. So we're gonna have them run up here as their first move. Or sorry, this, I don't know what they call this guy, Cherub. But then we're gonna take a shot at this friend here, and you can see here essentially these are what are the odds that you're going to hit somebody. So, you know, actually I have better odds against this guy, so I think I'm going to take a shot at him because he's not behind cover, right? So he's pretty easy to hit. Now he did a little bit of damage to me, but not as much as if I was just out in the open. So now it's sort of a question of what do I do, you know, where can I hit this guy from? I think I'm gonna go this way so I can kind of sneak behind him if I can't get him this turn. Let's see, what else can we do? I don't want to, well, maybe I'll move here, right? So I'm right on the edge. I'm gonna jump over here and see if I can hit him at this angle, because usually he might be like uncovered. So fire weapon, about a 60% chance of hitting him, so we'll take that. We get him, we grazed him, as you can see, didn't get a full shot off on him. But now my friend here should be able to take him out. Actually, I have a couple options, right? I can take the shot here, and I've got about a 65% chance of killing him. I can also like run out into the open and shoot him, but it leaves me exposed in case there's like an enemy that I can't see. So we'll just shoot him. Pretty easy.
You see this?
You know, obviously this is just set up to
Interesting.
give people, but yeah, you can see how like the enemy sometimes you won't realize that somebody's there. Oh, and there's another XCOM member, it looks like. One of the aliens.
Clear.
Verge.
Good man. Not exactly. You know what I mean.
All right,
Always do.
So creepy.
let's get into it.
Yes.
It's interesting he said he can like feel them. So now we're back into breach mode again. Multiple breach points per turn. Some encounters offer more than 1 breach point. Consider whether to split the squad or send them all through the same location. So you can kind of make a decision. I think a lot of times it would make sense to do it like a split, but I guess it depends on where folks are. Agents are in the same breach point will enter the encounter together and be closer in the timeline. Oh, I see. So like it's gonna depend on how quickly, you know, you want each one. So that's interesting. All right. Definitely something to think about in terms of what order to do. So I think Cherub has to go first, right? Seal the deal. The last unit through this entrance does +3 damage. So 2 agents. Oh, I see. So this agent damage likely. So this one, they're gonna. All right, I'll put the 2 of them in this one, and then up here I'm gonna put Godmother and Cherub, I guess. Or no, Verge is the other guy. Alright, let's see how this goes.
Breaching.
Now, the guy that is the most aggressive, you only have an 81% chance, but 81 is pretty good. They will shoot if they're not neutralized, so yeah, we want to take out this guy first. We got some damage off on him, but didn't kill him. But maybe we can kill him with her. Yeah, let's just take this person out. Essentially, it looks like he kind of has like a first shot if you don't take him out. Alright, so we'll take out this guy. Got him with a shotgun, which is nice. What is the difference between the yellow and the orange? Surprised. Oh, so they like kind of take negative. He's behind kind of a wall though, so I guess we'll shoot at him because we have a better chance of hitting him. I like how they kind of throw themselves under cover immediately because they don't in the original game. You kind of have to get everybody behind cover pretty quickly when you land. I'm gonna hide behind this with him. What else can you do? Kinetic shield. Place a shield on self, prevents all damage. So essentially he's got like a one-turn kind of shield, but we'll fire at this guy. Safeguard sends the gremlin to restore, so that's like a heal. Alright, we'll take out... Who's this? Who's over here? Oh, we can't really hit that person. Take out him, but maybe somebody upstairs can get behind this guy. Get a little bit of damage there. We have partial cover, so I think we're just going to move down this way, right, to try to get a line of sight on him. Scatter shot costs 2 ammo. Oh, I see. It's just like a quick blast. Got a 100% chance of hitting him, though, so I guess we'll shoot him from up here. Easy. Looks like we have one more encounter, too.
Set up the breaching charge.
Yeah, one last breach. I do like this, how it's like more structured. So typically, if you haven't played the older XComs, it's like one huge map, and you sort of have to like slowly go through it and keep like moving forward. Some breach points can only be accessed with certain equipments, so basically there's like restrictions. So Cherub has to go first, it looks like, in this one, which is fine. That's who I would put first anyway. Verge is like pretty high health, so I'll put him second. Godmother, and then we'll put Terminal, the kind of healer, last.
Wait, hold. Hostage.
We need more than that.
3-1 PD has a live feed.
If you surrender, I will add...
Enough.
I see you...
It doesn't. He's holding a detonator.
Go, now!
How's this for an entrance?
Kaboom. Alright. So, let's see who we've got here. Couple of troopers, couple of surprised folks that are out in the open. Alright, let's shoot him. Oh, missed. Just trying to take out this guy. It's tough, right? Because these guys you can automatically hit, but these other guys are gonna shoot back at us. So I think we have to keep shooting at them. Get that one. And if we can get one more of them, we'll get like a 50-50 shot. Took him out. So then this guy gets a shot off, the alert trooper here that we couldn't kill. Oh, he's just gonna hunker down. It's apparently the mayor. Ooh.
Terminal, on it. Verge, with me. Protect the mayor.
I think that was scripted to do that, yeah, to show you how. So agents lose all their hit points, will start bleeding out. Mission will fail unless he's safe. So you can't lose one of these folks, which is different than the regular game. Use the stabilize ability. So we'll stabilize him. So now he's just unconscious. We can also take a shot. We're not in great position, so we're going to take out this guy. And we missed, even with an 80% chance, of course. That's welcome to XCOM. I wonder if I can scatter shot both of them. If I move up here. Let's try this. Yeah, let's do it. That didn't work very well at all. That didn't do what I thought it was going to do. I thought I would hit both of them. I'm surprised he missed because he's wide. He's kind of like wide open. All right, we'll take out this guy. Whose turn is it? This trooper. Still 3 of them. Yeah, see, he's going to take quite a bit of damage hanging out over here. This would not be what I would normally do, right? The game kind of wants you to position the guy to heal him up or whatever. Ooh, he shot the mayor guy. And then overwatches basically means that if you come in here, right, he's going to shoot at you. So you got to be really thoughtful about that. I need to get behind some cover, so I'm going to move over here. What does Stupor do? Psionically stuns them. I can get either. Well, I guess I'll Stupor this guy and see what that does. So he kind of like loses, it looks like he kind of just gets like incapacitated for now. An 80% chance of hitting them, I'll do that. Close range with the shotgun. Terminal. I don't know how long, I forgot how long this guy is kind of knocked out. Well, we'll try shooting him. He had some armor on apparently, so it wasn't enough to kill him. It's good that we missed. He's stunned, so he kind of loses his turn, which is good for us. Subdue, that's interesting. I'm gonna move over here and try to take a shot at this guy because we have a lot of people that can hit him. This guy's pretty good because he's got one guy stunned and he can take out this other guy. Subdue, can we subdue him? Yeah, let's try it.
Hostile subdued. Mayor Knight.
Get some achievement too, probably to complete the tutorial.
Compliment accepted.
What about Cherry? Yeah.
And your diaphragm. Most people
So that was, you know, so far so good. I wasn't sure what to expect at the $10 price point, right? Like, when you buy a game like this, you're like, is this just going to be like a mobile version of XCOM? And I mean, it kind of does look like, you know, it's not necessarily as high quality. Like, it really looks like they took XCOM 2 and like made it more artsy. And yeah, everybody got kind of injured. There's a 20% chance to earn 20 intel. So obviously it's better to knock some folks out and keep them alive because you can basically get information from them. That's how it was in the other game too. You're better off sometimes as opposed to killing folks, like just knocking them out.
Not too shabby for our first official mission.
don't do that.
Don't do what?
Celebrate before a mission is complete. It's
bad luck.
So let's see. Field on my spec ops.
Tonight, Mayor Nightingale perished in an explosion.
Welcome
All
home,
right.
Chimera Squad.
Let's
thanks for
see.
getting the mayor killed.
That's not helpful.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'll patch the call.
We'll see what this like little section is. Usually they kind of take you into like an overworld type thing. And if that's the case, I'll probably pause the video here and we'll do that in our next video. Because this one's already almost 20 minutes long, so yeah. So critical target we on the C map. So yeah, I think we'll save it here. And if you like this content, you know, leave me a comment if there's something you want to see or questions you have about the game. And we'll continue playing this kind of from time to time as we play through it. So thanks so much for watching.